G'day there. Welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials, and a very special hello to all of the SB19 fans who it came as a bit of a shock to me. This is the second SB19 review and analysis that I have done. I did another one. It was their Wish Bus performance of iLaw. If you haven't seen it yet, you can go and check it out. The reason I mention it is that I was a bit surprised. I didn't realize there was such a massive following of this group, because prior to me watching that particular video, I'd not come across them before. So anyway, so a big hello to all of you. This is the second, as I said, the second time I've reviewed this group. I really enjoy listening to this group, and I shared in that first video that I did, I'm not really into boy bands. They're not really my thing. I'm more of a sort of a hard rock kind of guy. I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and so, you know, boy bands weren't really in my view. But here we are. We're listening to them now. This is their performance of... I think we pronounce it MAPA, and please forgive me if that's an incorrect pronunciation. And this is done within the context of the First Take YouTube channel, who are dedicated to having musicians, singers, come in and do a single take, and that's what they use. This is the second time SB19 have been involved with First Take. And so what we get to see is a single take, and which I love the concept of. You know, it's all well and good to step into a studio and, you know, do 70 odd takes to stitch it all together to have one track. But it's another thing, isn't it, to do a one take wonder. Now, we do have to acknowledge that though it is done as one take, and I think we can trust that at face value, that does not mean there hasn't been work done in post-production after the fact. You know, to balance the vocals out, to put some verb in there, compression, maybe some pitch correction, because we're all human and perfect, absolute, nail, bang-on pitch is not humanly possible, certainly by us mere mortals. SB19 fans, I am not in any way suggesting these boys don't sing in tune. Don't mishear what I'm saying. It's just the reality of the modern world. We use post-production to polish, and I personally have no problem with that. Auto-tune is a different kettle of fish, but we're not going to talk about that today. Let's jump in, have a listen to this performance. If you've clicked on the video because you're a fan, you're going to love it. You've probably already seen it, but now you get to see it with my through my lens. Remembering the lens that I look at these videos with is a singing teacher lens. I'm a contemporary singing teacher with 30 years experience, worked with thousands of voices, beginner to pro. So that's the lens that we're looking at and listening to the performance through today. Let's jump in. I gotta say, I love the setting, just the stark white. So cool.
We back. Nakakabingi yung katahimikan dito.
Yeah.
Bro, we back.
Wow. We're back here again.
Silent, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tell me when you're ready. You guys ready?
We're not.
I'm so nervous, man. I'm so nervous.
You ready?
Yeah. We good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's go.
I love, because they're about to start, I love the acknowledgement that they're nervous. So often we watch professional singers and we can't see and often we can't hear that sense of nervousness. And as we get into the performance, if he hadn't have said anything about feeling nervous, we wouldn't have known. I love the authenticity of that. I love the reality and the free expression. Nerves are common to all performers.
Mama, kumusta na di na? Tayo lagi nakikita, miss na kita sobra. Lagi na lang kami ang nauuna. Di ba pwedeng ikaw muna, akin ang pangamba. Dahil ikaw ang aking...
Oh, I was going to let it ride, but then that lovely falsetto it just sits there beautifully, doesn't it? But I will take it back. I want to just have a listen to the opening there again and listen to the clarity of the articulation. This song, I believe, was written by Pablo during the pandemic. He's the guy with the ponytail in the sort of the greeny coat there. Is that green? What color do you think that is? Leave your comments below. It's like, it's not green, is it? It's all, Anyway, the color is irrelevant. The point being is that this is a lovely song to his parents. And so the narrative, the lyric is so important here. And so it's so important that the opening vocal presents the lyric at the forefront of the performance. And it has to have clarity in the diction, the articulation. And he does a lovely job. Let's have a listen to that. And I'll let it run through that falsetto in the second vocal. That was nice.
Mama, kumusta na di na? Tayo lagi nakikita, miss na kita sobra.
The k and t is just really crisp.
Lagi na lang kami ang nauuna. Di ba pwedeng ikaw muna, akin ang pangamba. Dahil ikaw ang aking mata. Sa tuwing mundo'y nag-iiba ang dahilan ng aking paghinga. Kaya huwag mag-alala.
Here's Pablo in his green top. There's a better label for the green.
Labis ang iyong nagawa, mama. Pahinga muna, ako na. La tsara tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara tsara, la tsara la tsara, la tsara tsara.
Lovely harmony.
La tsara tsara tsara, la tsara la tsara. Papa, naalala mo pa ba?
I just want to acknowledge this fellow's I think this is Josh in the blue, and I love his position on mic here. A couple of the other gentlemen they're sitting a bit far off the mic, and I think there is a value in recording. It's something for you to be aware of, and you work with your producer in getting the right distance that they want from the mic. So the other guys might have been instructed otherwise. But I love the fact that he's up on the pop guard and the pop filter, that thing that sits between him and the mic. And it's just going to give the voice good presence into the mic. The other thing to note too, if you're recording at home, always make sure you position your mic allowing yourself to be upright. And so what we want to be careful of is that the mic doesn't sit either too high or too low. If it's too low, you're going to find yourself sort of crouching down to it. And, you know, in a singular moment, not a big deal. But if you're in a studio all day, that position over here, it collapses, your torso, it crunches in on your breath management, and it just reduces your capacity. Of course, if it's too high, you can find yourself reaching up to it. Suddenly you get tension and tightness, and so having your mic at the right level, it can be considered as one of those 1%er things, but it's 1% that can add up over time. Something to be mindful of for those of you who record your own vocals at home.
Aking puso yung hinanda sa mga bagay na buhay ang may dala. Dala ko ang iyong bawat payo at hanggang sa dulo magkalayo.
And he uses his mic well. See him as he increases his volume and he has more intensity, he just backs off ever so slightly. Now, in post-production, compression is going to be able to help with that, and so it is able to manage levels. But just managing your mic level in the moment, in the first take, is helpful, and it shows skill. I love it.
Aking puso yung hinanda sa mga bagay na buhay ang may dala. Dala ko ang iyong bawat payo at hanggang sa dulo magkalayo man tayo. Ako'y tatayo, pangako tatay ko. Ikaw aking mahal sa tuwing ako'y gagapangan.
And we get to hear in that, you can hear that it is authentically a first take. You can hear in the way they don't quite cut at the same time. The voices aren't in absolute, inhumanly sync. Have a listen to that.
Pahinga muna, ako nang bahala. Labis pa sila, bisang ginagawa pa. Pahinga muna, ako na. La-tsara-tsara, 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 la-tsara, la-tsara, la-tsara-tsara, la-tsara-tsara, la-tsara, la-tsara. Di ko na sasayangin pang mga natitirang paghinga.
I love all of their voices, but there's something in Pablo's voice that really resonates with me. I made mention of this in the first review video that I did. In this song we don't really hear it, but in the first song, the Elor song that I reviewed, is it pronounced Elor or Ilor? He had more of a rock edge to it, which I really like, but I also like the clarity of focal point in his core tone, and there's I don't know, there's something about that. You might want to leave your comments below as to who's the standout singer for you. Not suggesting any of them are better than any of the others, but we generally resonate to one or two of them.
Di ko na sasayangin pang mga natitirang paghinga. Tutungo na kung saan naroon ng mahalaga. Pagkain na
They're in the moment, aren't they? You have to be for a single take. It's a live performance, and so you have to be in the moment. But I just love it.
Di ko na sasayangin pang mga natitirang paghinga. Tutungo na kung saan naroon ng mahalaga.
gee, they came off that together really well. You know, before we heard a little bit of variability in how they managed the phrase, but on that one they're right in sync.
Wala bang katadala kung mapa Saan man mapunta alam kung saan nagmula
No, listen to it a second time. There's a little bit of a layover by one of the voices, but it was still pretty good. Oh, and a key change, which is not easy to do. Have a listen to that again. And have a listen. Oh, before we get to having listened to that again, have a listen. Have a look at how close he is to the mic, because it's a low vocal. He's got quite a breathy tone going on, and so he wants to be quite present, right up on the pop guard that is going to disperse that air so it doesn't pop into the mic. But again, good use of mic technique.
Mag-alala, ipikit ang iyong mata Pahinga muna, ako nang bahala Love sa love, isang ginagawa Pahinga muna, ako na Tara-tara, la-tara-tara La-tara-tara-tara, la-tara-tara La-tara-tara, la-tara-tara
That falsetto again, there it is. Have a listen to that. Can you hear that? This is Stell, and just he's come from doing that falsetto, and then he comes down into an equal tone, and there's just a little bit of what we hear, a little bit of a fry in the tone, and it could be from just a little bit of constriction, but I actually really like it. It just gives it a little texture. Have a listen to that again. Just
Pahinga muna, ako na
Oh my goodness.
How was it, guys?
Ask me
How are you?
Yeah, it was great.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel it.
We all enjoy
Yeah.
it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's
really
gonna
good
be
here.
fun.
Always a good experience to be here. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, in a scenario like that, you really don't know how it was until you jump out and have a listen to what you did, and also until the spit and polish is put on in post. Quite an enjoyable performance, that one. I enjoy these lads. I do. And I love the, this song is a song to, or Pablo wrote it, is a song to his parents. It's a song of love from a child to a parent, and there's something lovely about that, from grown young men singing with that sense of love to their parents. So that's beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed today's vocal analysis, and I do these every week. So if this is the first time you've ever watched one of my analysis videos, please take the opportunity to subscribe, and hopefully, well, I'll be doing more SB19. Leave your favorite SB19 suggestions in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check those out. I go looking for live vocals, or in this case, for example, a first take. And so that's what I prefer to look at. It's not what I only look at, but if you've got live, that's cool. That's really cool. These boys really know what they're doing, and you can tell. I look forward to seeing you in the next vocal analysis video. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.